Welcome to Advertising Champions, your go-to destination for insights into the dynamic world of advertising and marketing. I'm Tony Stanol, and today we're here with Ben Arno of Arno Consulting. Welcome, Ben.
Hey, Tony. Great to see you.
Great to see you. Ben, tell us what has, your journey been from your past work into what you're doing these days.
Yeah, I'm working in consulting, brand consulting, really at the intersection of consulting and branding, and it reminds me of advertising when I started. It's very strategic. It's a lot of business building. It's listening to clients. It's a lot of fun.
And you consult with both clients and agencies, so marketing departments and ad agencies, correct?
I do. I'm finding that Sterling is the world's premier CPG brand consultancy. So I'm working with them on new business, as well as working with startups like Gamut Management that have a very focused approach to supporting people with disabilities.
Right. That's Gamut, G-A-M-U-T, right?
That's right, Tony.
And tell us a little about that. It's probably an underserved market, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think that, as we look at brands today and we look at authenticity, inclusion is super important. And Gamut is a group that's really very focused on meeting that unmet, consumer, if you will. And, one of the things we found listening to clients, whether they're retail clients or fashion clients, is that there's a real need for accreditation, and that's something that Gamut is leading on.
Got it. Give us an example of, I don't know, one of the consulting projects that you had that resulted in some, business increase or a change in the way that a company was doing business. You don't have to share anything confidential, but just an example.
Yeah, sure. I think thinking through, my time at Interbrand and the current work I'm doing at Sterling, one of the things that we're hearing at Sterling is very much around innovation. And as I think back to my days in the advertising business, there were opportunities to invent new products for Pepperidge Farm, new cookies like Sausalito and Nantucket, working with Maxwell House at Kraft on new roasts, limited time offers like 1892 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Maxwell House. And, those kinds of businesses are super important in this day and age when clients are so starved for growth. So while we hear about simplicity and, focus on fewer brands, it all really drives to growth. And, branding is a super important way to drive growth.
That's right. And I noticed in the scheme of things, the real watershed couple of years were the Great Recession of 08 and 09, where a lot of people were laid off and, the recession took hold. But when we came back, clients were demanding much more of agencies in an ROI environment. What have you done for me lately? And that is directly related to being much more measurable. And you mentioned digital as part of that. And that's, I'm sure, something that you're experiencing as well, not only in the branding area, but in the digital aspects of what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that, digital was a watershed moment for us because it really allowed us to try to get to attribution in a really meaningful way. And it changed the conversation. It became much more around, results, measurement, metrics, and put the effort on upfront work too. What is it that we're trying to measure? What is success going to look like? And now that's really carried through, as we say, everything is digital.
That's right. Well, You're doing a lot of good work out there, Ben. Tell people where they could find you.
Right. So you can find me on Gmail at benjarno@gmail.com, and also on LinkedIn at Ben Arno. So happy to have a conversation and do some listening around specific needs.
Great. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Tony. Great to see you.
You too. And thank you for joining us on this episode of Advertising Champions. You could find more podcasts like this at dailynewsnetwork.com. We'll see you next time.
We've been around for 16 years, working with clients, with thousands of clients. We're working with agencies to be able to scale them and grow them and provide them services that would cost them way more than it would for them to do it themselves. Anything oriented around lead generation, video creation, web design, we're full service, so we can really serve most people.